Hi YouTube, what's up? How are you guys? Well.
These kids are so funny.
Hi
They
guys.
can see my neighbor would have said hi.
Today you're seeing me on her YouTube page.
Yeah.
I'm always busy with my activities. And yeah. Diamonds, how are you?
Hey guys, so we have a special future appearing today. Featuring my husband. He decided to show his face today in my video, okay? And this is because we just want to talk about some sensitive topics, some sensitive discussions.
Important
so basically,
discussions.
important discussion.
Our experience so far.
Our experience so far, like basically we are now like over a year here in Canada, and
Let's go to say.
we would like to discuss, our opinion, our unbiased opinion, and how Canada is treating us here in Canada. And you are getting it direct from us with our real life experience. So sit back and let's watch this.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get.
Wow. Probably because of all this green stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because of the environment. It's full of trees and it's filtering the air and it's giving us good air.
Hey guys, so welcome back to today's video. So today, like I said earlier on in the introduction, we'll be talking about our experience and how Canada has treated us this past 1 year, what we think our unbiased opinion, so that you can have a glimpse, you can have an idea of how life
We'll give them
is
bias and
here
unbiased.
in
We'll give them
Canada.
both of them. Bias
Okay,
and unbiased.
so we are going to start first with the weather. So basically, this week we are entering now. This is the last week of spring, and from Friday, like in 4-5 days time, it's going to be summer proper. Okay, so spring is beautiful, especially the ending of spring. So it's usually sunny and the sun is coming out already, so it's a beautiful weather. How did winter treat you? So how do you see winter in Canada?
I mean, coming from a hot region,
Yeah.
like Dubai, because we moved from Dubai to Canada. I never experienced winter in my life. It was my first time, to be honest. I had brief tough experience, let me put it that, but it was quite brief. It was barely.
Guys, I'm going to help you out. So there was a particular day I needed to get something from, like, DHL came to deliver a package for me at home, and I wasn't at home, so DHL took the package back to their office, and it's like 14 minutes walk to my home. So on this particular winter day, like we have like melting snow, and there was this beautiful sun out there.
It was sunny that day.
Beautiful sun out there. And then my husband decided as a big boy, he put on his jeans and just like his dress like this. And then he got frozen.
On my way coming back, wait on. That experience was like the very first experience I had.
With the
On
heavy
my
sun.
The sun was there. It was showing like the sun we used to get in Dubai. It was like, it wasn't hot. Sometimes it becomes warm.
Yeah.
Sometimes it turns cold, right? Within few minutes you will see that you're feeling warm, and the next minute you're feeling cold. So, but you see the sun very bright and shiny. Yeah, I started feeling like, what is happening to my hand? It was getting numbed. I said that was where I started. I didn't wear gloves. I didn't wear what's it called?
You remember your heart. He wasn't on meetings.
I wasn't wearing anything.
He was just because he saw the sun.
So I started feeling that I wasn't feeling my hand at the point. So I kept my two hands in
his pockets,
and I was praying, God, how do I get home? My legs started blocking. Like I started feeling numb on my leg as well. So I knew something was wrong, and at a point I started feeling numbed on my head. If I turn like this, I will not feel my head. If I turn like this, I will not feel my head. So when it got to that point, good enough, I was close to the house. It was 12 minutes walk, but it was like 1 hour walk. So getting home, I quickly switch on the heater, went to the shower, put the hot water, So I betted first one.
Hot shower.
Just to see if I
hot shower to what's it called? Defrost.
To defrost myself.
To defrost
to
yourself.
warm up myself, guys. It wasn't easy. So after that day, I felt like, okay, now I'm feeling. After taking shower and putting on the heater, I felt I was okay. But the next day, I noticed that the little cold that I come in contact with, I feel cold. I mean, the little, how would I put this, right?
So basically, he got sick after that, and he was sick. Like, he was having running nose, he was having cold, he was having cough, he was feverish, and for like over a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was for 2 weeks. I was coughing
like
badly.
it was like over 2 weeks. Like,
I
he
was
was coughing. We went to online doctors. We got medication. Nothing was working. I guess that was because he was actually building his immune. So basically, in the 4 seasons here that we have in Canada, winter, autumn, spring, and summer, you need to be prepared for each of the weather, because each of the weather have their different characteristics. Now, in as much as you are in the different weather, don't look at the sun, because the weather could be quite deceptive. These 4 weathers, you need to be prepared. Okay, so just like we are approaching summer now, you say it's summer, I need to dress light, still have a jacket or still have a coat or something you can put on sometimes when it gets windy. Do you understand? This will really help to protect you. So irrespective of the weather you are in, always have an extra plan by having an extra jacket. See, someone is shivering, or he's shivering down here, and it's not cold.
It's a bit cold.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the cost of living. What do you think about the cost of living here?
If you look at the rent, our 2-bedroom apartment is 1,600 without internet. In Dubai, we used to have 3 bedroom. No, not 3 bedroom, right? Yeah, we used to have 3 bedroom, which was around 3,000. Which was around 3,200 dirham, 3,400 dirham. It's somehow, if you calculate 1,004, multiply by 2.8, it will be around 4,000. I don't know if I'm right. It's still going to be 4,000. I'm going to check that for you. So, what I'm trying to point out is that the rent here is equivalent to the cost of rent back home.
The rent here in Canada is very, very exorbitant. Like, the rent is very high. So don't be deceived. Someone might tell you, okay, if you come to Canada, it's very easy to get a house. It's easy to get a house, but the money you pay for your renting, like rented takes a very huge chunk of your salary. If that is not okay, depending on your salary rate, you basically end up spending more than half of your salary on rent.
Yeah, it all depends. It all depends
on your salary and also the kind of house that you are living. And then, after talking about the rent, you still need to buy food, right? You need to eat, you need to get groceries. Would I say feeding is expensive?
Feeding is not expensive.
I think feeding is one of the cheapest things. Like, for us personally,
comparing the amount of money we spend on feeding here in Canada with the amount of money we used to spend in Dubai, I would say that feeding is almost the same, right? We used to spend within that range.
Feeding in Canada is not so expensive. It's not so expensive, but that is if you plan well, because like here in Canada, feeding is not so much expensive for us because we do try to buy things in bulk. So when you buy things in bulk, we usually go to Costco, sometimes we go to Walmart or some African stores. When you buy things in bulk, you get special discounts from buying them in bulk. But when you buy them in little bits, you end up paying more buying them like in those smaller sizes. So if you want to save costs, you should ensure you buy things in bulk.
How much do you spend on food? For a family of 4, how much do you spend?
It's not stamped, but for just like going to the store and buy things for the month, you pay like $1,000.
You spend on that?
Yes,
we do. I don't think we do.
We do.
Really?
Yes, we do. We do. We do for the full month. So you don't know what's going on.
That means if you spend up to $1,000, that means that it's more expensive here than Dubai.
It's not, but like you get fresh food.
It's more expensive here because in Dubai
we get fresh food here.
Okay. Now you want to use fresh food.
We get fresh food.
You
get fresh.
To use organic food to.
Do you know how much strawberry and blueberry cost in Dubai, or how much strawberry and blueberry will cost in Nigeria?
In Dubai, we're spending maximum of 1,500
for feeding.
Yes, in 1 month.
Yeah, that was because you were doing most of the shopping, like you were basically buying the food stuff.
Just wait a minute. And here we're spending 2,800 dirham for food only, which is about $1,000. So I think food is more expensive here than
Is it expensive?
yes, it's more expensive. But I mean, another thing you need to put in consideration is the quality of the food. It's not just food,
Yeah.
but quality of food. In Dubai, it's more of frozen things, more of
Yeah, here we have like fresh things.
preserved food.
You know that you can go to the store and you can buy kale, you can buy spinach, you can buy cabbage,
Literally from the
even
farm.
without washing it. Yeah, it's from the farm, but they take their time to
Directly
wash it.
from the farm.
Yeah, they take their time to wash and clean it up. You know, I've cooked soup sometime without washing my kale because it's freshly washed.
How do you cook soup without washing your
Hey, because it's
these
freshly
things I
washed.
don't know this is.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes because my friends like the kale and the spinach that comes in that
They already
packaged
washed.
stuff is already washed.
This is a
So you
commercial
don't-
wash.
yeah,
You need
I-
to do your homework. This is a commercial wash. They put everything together and just wash. Please,
I just wash it. Okay.
Wash at home. Wash
okay.
at home.
Yeah. So
But the quality of food here is
Yeah.
amazing. Like
Yeah.
amazing. You know that
Top
in
notch.
you know that in Dubai, if you buy for example banana and same day you bought the banana, it will spoil the same day. Like
Yeah.
the banana you can't even preserve it. And if you buy apple and cut a little bit from one apple,
and then you keep it because
keep it for 20 minutes, that apple will turn to brown.
Okay, so another thing we're going to talk about now is the schooling here in Canada. So already we all know that like schooling here in Canada is actually for free. That is if you're going for the government funded schools. We also have like some private schools. I think like private schools they do pay like $700. Personally, I think that they are doing a good job here in the education, but because of the level of like the free hand they are giving these kids about the kids' rights and all of that. So these kids usually do not put in much effort in their education as they should when they are like back home in our home country. So
They are putting effort.
yeah, but if you look at it, you will see my own explanation. The explanation
I
here
agree
is
with
this. Okay, back home in our country, you know that 6 years old kids, 5 years old kids can already read.
They have some of them.
Yes, but here in Canada, I've seen a lot of kids, even 7, 8 years old, they cannot
They
read.
have some of them.
But
Depends on
I've seen some.
depends on
It depends on
the
kids.
education system here is different. The education system here, they have a system that is not we don't use enough, right? You said that back home when you're teaching a child and she's not understanding or she's not paying attention, you hit the child, right? To get the child serious. Then here you don't hit children. So maybe that's why you mentioned the freedom that they have. They don't hit children. They try to teach them love, literally love. You know, they respect them, you know, they value them as human beings, and they believe that with time the kids they will learn. So a child that's probably did not pick up at any stage might with time become, right? So we don't have a different system compared to in Africa you see kids that are 10 years old. I don't think I started reading when I was 8 years old. I don't think so.
I started reading when I was 6 years.
It depends on the individual. I mean, every case have their own wake up, right? So it's not about, I mean, it's not about the education system. I will not blame the education system. I will put the blame on the kids. I use the personal way to operate them. I look at.
So finally, we'll be talking about salaries, income, and yeah, surviving on salaries and surviving on income. Okay, so what do you have to say?
Salary again depends on your skills,
Yeah.
right? But I think the minimum salary here is 16.
Yeah, it used to be $16 until April 2024. It was increased to $17, right?
Yeah, okay. So the salary, like I mentioned, is depends on your skills, right? If you're a medical skill, I mean, you should expect to have very good salary, right? If you're in construction field, they're also getting good pay because it requires a lot of hard work, right? But not even if you're a leveler, they pay them very well in construction. But if you're working at the store, you're working at Walmart, working at warehouse, they earn they earn between 20 to 24, 25. If you're forklift driver, you earn between 23 to $25. If you're just a warehouse order picker, there's what they call order picker, right? You're working in warehouse, packing orders and different departments there. You earn between $18 to 20, 21,
So basically, like salaries, it all depends.
It depends on what
if
you're
you're
doing.
into science, like if you're into medicine, hospital line, tech jobs, you get to pay like $30 upwards. But every other one's educator, teaching, the sales, customer service, and all of that is like $45 downwards, right? It's like in summary, basically.
Yes.
So if you want to get like, if you want to put like $30 per hour upwards, you should be high into like tech, networking, IT, medicine, nursing. Even some nurses earn less than $30 per hour.
I don't think so.
They all earn above
that.
Wow. So for us, we are still growing. We are still like trying to be there. So we are the beginners. So we are still at the beginning.
But she's earning more than me. She's literally earning more
No,
than me.
listen, so you see. So we are still at the learning stage. We are still planning and hoping that one day we'll be in those tech levels.
I work from home.
In those tech levels.
I work from home, but she's an educator, so she earns better than me.
Yeah,
right?
but we are still in that starting stage.
But my own advice to everyone watching this video is that if you're moving to this place, to Canada, to Lagos, to start life, please have a particular target. Set out targets. Don't focus on the salary.
Yeah.
One, less skill to get yourself a better salary. I'll use the word. But do not focus on salary. Give yourself a target. Work for 1 year, 2 years, maximum 3 years, and step out of working 9 to 5 jobs. Right? Think of. On arriving here, you should start researching on what to do. You should start exploring the city, learning what is required here, learning what people really need, learning how to solve those problems. Research on how you can provide solutions to residents of the province. So if you're able to find out one, go into it, learn how to do it, learn the trade, and go into it. You need to think of how to do it. If you want to be financially free, think of business. Moving to Canada will not make you rich. It will not overnight make you rich. Don't think that as soon as you've landed, you start taking pictures and start showing off on social media that you don't learn. That is not better. It is not better. Yes, I agree. But you are the one that will make this to get better. You are the one, right? You need to think of how to free yourself. The 9 to 5 thing is not going to make you rich. It's not going to make wealth. It's not going to build wealth. The only thing that can build wealth is business and investment. Or if you just want to come here and pursue your career, but if you have a career in IT, you're a medical doctor, yes, you can become wealthy. You are being paid heavily. By the time you work for 10 years, you might become a millionaire. I mean, in USD, not in Naira, not in Dirham, USD. So, if you're not a doctor, you're not a nurse, you're not in tech industry, then think of business. Research, even if it's the least business, even if it's African shop, even if it's barbing salon, even if it's hairdresser. Is it hairdresser salon? That's barbing salon. Even if it's anything you can be able to provide, please work on that, research on it, get to know about it, and set up a business. It's a bit easier. I'm looking at I'm checking out my piece.
Are you okay?
It's much easier.
Are you still cold?
We are going to set up a business. It's much easier. There is business. You okay? There is funding here. You have access to funding. As long as you build up the credit score while you're working, you have access to funding. You can get business credit. You can get funding from the bank. You can save up your money. At least that will take care of that. Will sustain your business for 6 months. Sorry guys, I'm trying to deviate this topic, but seriously, for you to be financially free, coming here not going to make any difference. The only thing it can give you is your passport. And when you have your passport, you don't have the money that will buy you tickets, that will pay for your vacation down there. You won't be able to use that passport. You won't be able to travel around with the passport. In Canada, you don't need the passport, right? You don't ask you about your passport, even if you're from another country. So you need your passport to travel outside, or even when you want to change the country. That's when you need a passport. And for you to be able to change the country or travel or go for vacation, you need money. And for you to be able to do that, You need to set up a business. You need to be financially free. So think business.
Liberate yourself, liberal.
Think business as soon as you're arriving here.
So in summary, Canada is a very beautiful country. It's peaceful and flowing with milk and honey. You know, Canada wants you. So yeah, feel free to come. And yeah, you have any parting words?
Parting words, if I have any conclusion
Conclusion.
or concluding words.
Yeah.
My own last word here is that it's an amazing country. It's peaceful. It's nice. You know, you feel at home here, and there are opportunities here for you, right?
Yeah.
So you should come here. The standard of living is good. The quality of life is good, which is very, very important. Yeah. And if you planning to come, do it. Just do it. I know it's going to be hard to move to this country now, but if you can do it, do it. Set yourself a goal, pursue it, and with time you're going to achieve it. It's an amazing place to be, bro. I mean, this should be our best decision so far since we got married. So do it. Arrive here, plan yourself, have a plan to liberate yourself and enjoy Canada. Liberate yourself financially and enjoy Canada for the rest of your life.
Guys, we'll see you in the next video. Remember to subscribe, like, and share, and we'll see you in the next video because we don't want this video to be too long. Okay, we'll see you guys. Take good care. Bye.
But if I lay down and I play dead